question is how you create, such an epic story for a company of only 16 dancers, which also has to tour to a range of venues. So we come to theatres like this one, which is, it's a big theatre, a big auditorium, and then we go to really small stages. So we have to think about how we can make a production that can grow and shrink according to the different stages. So we devised this story, which was framing it in a schoolroom, and we thought this could be a good kind of departure point to set the story. And then from there, the teachers in the school become the nurse and the friar. So the two kind of adults and the two characters in the story, in Shakespeare's story, who are very responsible for what happens. And they become the teachers that ask the students to perform this play. As the ballet unfolds, the fantasy of the play sort of takes over and we get transported into that world. It's a really visceral piece. We've been really clear that we want the violent bits to be really violent, like we haven't sort of shied away from that, and the passionate parts to be extremely passionate, and that's all in the music as well. So I think the audiences connect with it, and I think that the school setting helps people connect to it, because I think the ballet, sometimes when you see lots of men in tights holding swords and spears and women in really elaborate costumes on point, can seem quite alienating, and it can be a bit of a barrier into really seeing Shakespeare's story and hearing Prokofiev's music. But I think that with this kind of frame on it, it's a way to let people in. How do you keep the story fresh, and how do you not just go through the motions, particularly with dance, because people are they're moving instead of talking, so they're telling the story through their movements and through their eye contact and through where they're looking and their gestures, and they don't have they're not able to speak, so the audience can't hang on to that. So it really has to be, if they're reaching out to someone from the audience, we really have to understand that they want to get that person's attention, or they want to touch someone, and it can't just become a movement of the arm. So it's really important that the dancers feel fresh and feel really connected to the story and really connected to their characters each time.